What up, my friends? I have player props for you today, prize picks for you, parlays, just diving right in. So let's go. All right, going to type it in right now. We're typing in Luca. Let me put you on the big screen as I'm doing all this live. You can see his props right here on prize picks. Now, here's the deal for Luca. I posted this in Discord last night, right there. Luka Doncic under 9.5 assists, still live right now on Sportsbook. Starting to get juiced up. Leave you can get it on DK minus 140 if you want to parlay that with the Buffalo Bills, baby. Yeah, that's right. It actually comes out, I believe this morning it was a plus 105. So if you want to parlay that, go for it. But anyways, this line is just too high with Kyrie Irving being active. No bueno. He's been under in 29 of 36 games over the last two seasons with Kyrie Irving active, and he's been under this season in 15 of 19 games. Now, I'm showing you this. However, I will say, if you want to play something on prize picks, I'm interested a little bit in the PRA. I think that's fine because they don't have the RA. But if they do put the rebounds and assists up at 18.5, and let's go look at Luka's props for the day, that is a fine option. They're not going to put up the 9.5 at this point. They're just not going to. It's way too juiced up. I'm going to remove the date and the matchup so you can see more of the screen here, since a lot of you watch on mobile. And here we go. You can see there's the line. The best line I said that's remaining, DraftKings minus 140 to the under for Luka Doncic. And that's a fine option. If you want to parlay it with the Bills money line, you can grab that for plus 105. The pivot, though, if you don't want to drink that juice, it's going to be down here on the rebounds and assists. And you can see on the under, you can get minus 135. So you save 5 cents there on the dollar. You could go with DK minus 135 to the under. If you want to roll with that, I do not mind it. It's also available on BetMGM. Pinnacle, no active line for him for that player market yet, but that stuff will all drop throughout the day. So that's a nice pivot. It's virtually the same exact trends with Kyrie Irving, and that's essentially just because the assists stay so low. So give me the dang under. I'm taking under 9.5 assists. And if it pops up here on Prize Picks, that's the play for me. It's going to be assists. Then it would be assists and rebounds. And then lastly, if you're just trying to shove something in there on Prize Picks, this is going to be the unofficial, because I'm certainly not going to be just forcing it in there. The under 53.5 PRA would be my option for Prize Picks. But you know how this works. It's tough. Sometimes Prize Picks, tough sledding. You get forced into picks. I don't like that. So I definitely am using as many books as I can these days. Almost virtually the same trends, though. I'm going to be honest. So he's been under in 27 of 36 games for the under 53.5 PRA with Kyrie Irving, including under in 14 of 19 games this season. You can see in the background, my dog Ranger has joined us today. Say what's up, Ranger. Good boy. Okay, let's keep making picks. Good boy. The next play is going to be on Domantas Sabonis. Under 22.5 rebounds and assists. Kings are 11-point road favorites. Yeah, that's right. Heading into Detroit tonight as a road favorite, 11 points, 238.5 point total. And you might be wondering why am I taking an under on this prop? Well, a lot of it has to do with the road splits for Sabonis. It is actually kind of crazy. This season on the road, averaging 18.8 rebounds and assists. Last season, 19 rebounds and assists. Over the two seasons, he's been under in 45 of 55 games at this prop. 45 of 55 games. That is wild. And you're like, yo, Mitch, what about this season? He's been under in 13 of 15 games. Yeah, Mitch, but what about Detroit? He's faced them twice, and he's been under both times. His home splits are insane. This is something y'all need to start paying attention to. At home, he averages almost 22 rebounds and assists over the last 2 years. On the road, it dips down to 19. That's a big differential. Not had good success against Detroit for whatever reason. Maybe Duren, who knows? But I'm taking the under at 22.5. At 21.5, it gets a little bit murky, but I do think it's probably in play if you want to take the plus odds instead of taking the juice. Because right now, let's take a look at the optimizer. My favorite way to use this is to simply just type in someone's name, and then you can get all of their live lines. So when Joe Schmo posts something on Twitter or on YouTube, and you're like, yeah, let me go take that play. I love that play. This capper's so sharp. He's so smart. Let me go ahead and grab it fast. You simply just type in their name. You scroll down to the market. You see the market, and you can see, all right, since this is uploaded, you can see it has already even changed. Beautiful. So if I were to go up here and click this little circle button, oh, you can't see it. I would refresh all my filters and everything, and it would bump up, and you'd see 22.5. And you could see here are the odds. You could see you can grab it minus 130 on DK. Beautiful. And already you can tell it's there on PrizePicks under 22.5. So I'm taking the under. I freaking love that play. Beautiful, beautiful play. All right, my friends, listen, let's just start line shopping. I see everything starting to rip right now. I need to make sure you guys are taken care of. So we're going to NBA. I'm going to plug in PrizePicks. So we're going to look at PrizePicks. I want the best plays. So the select and apply probability. Remember, you can do this on your own all day, every day. MySparry.com. I tell people all the time, the best way to use this bad boy, I think, is certainly you could just type in the player name, bring them up. You know, if one of your favorite cappers says play this play, go look up the best odds and play it if you want. Next best way, I think, is to use this as your compass. This will highlight, per the math, the very best plays on the entire slate. And then what you can do is you go research them. So you could highlight this and be like, wow, look at all these 58% plays. These 58% mark are usually pretty darn good plays and are often backed by data as well, or there's injuries, new rotational stuff like that that will give people an opportunity to, hit the over, hit the under based on all sorts of variables. And that's why the lines get juiced up. But these PrizePicks sites and the DFS sites, they don't account for that based on the odds. So you get this nice fixed price at under 0.5, where no matter what, if you pair together Quickly and James, you're going to get a 3x parlay out of this one. If you pair these two together on Fliff, you're not getting 3x. So the odds do matter to an extent. So if you were to look at this, your first things you're going to want to look at are these 6 plays. LeBron James under half a block, Emmanuel Quickly over 3.5 rebounds, Jalen Brunson under 2.5 turnovers, Julius Randle under 3.5 turnovers, Scotty Barnes over 1.5 threes, which keeps hitting, by the way, and Cam Reddish under 2.5 rebounds. You look at those 6 plays, you go research them, and you'd make your decision to see, hey, do I want to gamble on this today? Do I want to put this into my PrizePicks slip today? Do I want to straight bet the over 1.5 threes on FanDuel minus 132? That's up for you to decide, honestly, and you need to do your research to get the best read possible. But at least this narrows it down. This is a really good compass. I do like this for this specific reason. And we've seen, Scotty Barnes recently, he's had 4 in a game, he had 2 in another. The Lakers give up the second most threes over the last 2 weeks to small forwards. On the season, the Lakers are giving up the 5th most to small forwards. So maybe this is the play you want to play today. Maybe you do want to take the over on Scotty Barnes threes as you look this up. And you're looking, well, how's he done with Emmanuel Quickly in the lineup and RJ Barrett in the lineup? How's he done in those 4 games? And you go back and you look, all right, well, he had shortened minutes. The one game was absolutely terrible. But in the other ones, he took 5, 5, and 8 3-point attempts. Even last game, he took 4. So he is chucking up quite a few threes. So his 3-point volume has been higher. And that's the type of research I want you to do. Then you look at Julius Randle for turnovers. Well, how's he been doing since they got rid of RJ Barrett? You want to look up his usage. You're going to want to see, all right, is he handling the ball a little bit more with Barrett not in the offense? And if so, has that increased his turnover rate? And if it has, and you don't like this, and you're like, no. Yeah, I get it. The math tells me to play the under 3.5, but my research led me to the over 3.5 that I like much better. Well, then here is how you adjust for this, my friends. This is how you can start to make some serious money. And I'm really just trying to help you all out to figure out the best way to use this. So this is your compass. It gives you, all right, these are the best plays on PrizePicks per the math. But if you want to make serious money and you have access to some sports books, you can also just do something like this. You type in Julius Randle, okay, and I'm going to show you. So we know the under 3.5 turnovers was beautiful there, but check it out. Remember, you did your research and you're like, nope, I don't like that. Well, if you're getting a minus 135, a minus 155, so on and so forth on one side of a play, that means you're often going to get about a plus odd play on the other side. So if you're like, no, I actually like the over 3.5 turnovers now. He's handling the ball a ton. Without RJ Barrett there, we just have a lot more usage. He's distributing more. He's dribbling more, whatever. Okay. Well, then the over 3.5 is actually plus odds. So you could essentially, even if you'd like, take the over 3.5 as a straight pick and then just simply include the under 3.5 as sort of a hedge to your higher, maybe normal unit bet. Let's say your normal unit is like mine. You do $25 on the over 3.5, straight pick. And then the only thing you're doing is you're taking Julius Randle and you're placing the under 3.5 on PrizePicks included in a flex 5 slip. And remember, your flex 5, your flex 6, you're doing a fraction of your unit. So $5 on a flex 6, big deal. So if the over hits, All right, you know what? Your flex six ain't hitting, but remember, it was only $5, and your straight pick was a $25 plus 105. So you're going to return yourself like, I don't know, $27 profit. 25 in, 52 out, something like that. Quick math. Anyway, I hope that was helpful. I'm trying to help people learn how to use the optimizer, mysparry.com, totally free. And if you want, literally just, I know you all have so many notifications turned on for a dozen different cappers on Twitter and on YouTube and Discords. Just quickly bring up the optimizer, have it favorited on your phone. And every single time certain person posts a tweet, and these lines bump quick, right? Yeah, go to the mysparry.com optimizer, you type their name in, and you just look at the category. Certain player PRA over. Okay. Look up certain player PRA. You just type their name into the search bar, and then you go look at their PRA, and you're like, great. It's still minus 115 on Fliff to the over. Every other book juiced up to minus 140 because of that tweet for 500,000 people account, whatever. You guys know how to do it. Type in their name, look up the prop, and you're in a good spot. All right. I wish you the best of luck. Thank you very much for liking the video. I know a lot of you do it without me even asking. I know I'm supposed to say that in the beginning. I always forget. Doesn't matter. Drop a comment down below if you have any, I don't know, any betting questions, player prop questions, optimizer questions, anything that you want me to answer here and you're not in my Discord for whatever reason yet, you guys can ask her right down in the comment section. If you want more access to me, my cappers, questions, picks, write-ups, plays, slips, $14.99 down below. I'll see you on the inside, my friends. Let's get paid.